Welcome to today's global news update. Stay informed, stay watchful, pray always, and be ready as Jesus said in Luke 21 verse 36. Let's take a look at today's global news. Iran accuses United States of making excessive demands in war negotiations. Canadian visits to U.S. cities drop sharply amid political and economic concerns. 2 dead and several injured following serious crash near Calgary. Veterans criticize management of Canada's Afghan War Memorial Project. Questions continue after evacuation from hantavirus-affected cruise ship. Northern Saskatchewan operations continue amid ongoing regional challenges. Amber Alert cancelled after missing children found in British Columbia. Poll suggests Carney maintains lead despite political changes in the United States. 3rd Ontario resident isolated following hantavirus exposure concerns. Federal tracker shows Liberal lead while Carney approval ratings decline. Iranian officials have accused the United States of making unreasonable demands during ongoing negotiations related to ending regional conflict tensions. Discussions are reportedly focused on military activity, sanctions, and long-term security arrangements. Analysts say the negotiations remain fragile, with both sides attempting to protect strategic interests while avoiding further escalation. International observers continue urging diplomacy and restraint to prevent broader instability in the region. Researchers have identified a significant drop in the number of Canadians visiting major U.S. metropolitan areas, with travel declining by more than 40%. Analysts suggest political uncertainty, economic conditions, and shifting public sentiment may be contributing factors. Tourism officials are closely monitoring the trend due to its potential impact on cross-border commerce and hospitality industries. The findings highlight changing travel behaviors between the neighboring countries. Authorities are investigating a serious collision northeast of Calgary that left 2 people dead and 3 others hospitalized. Emergency crews responded quickly to the scene, where multiple vehicles were involved. Investigators are working to determine the cause of the crash, including road conditions and possible contributing factors. Officials are reminding drivers to remain cautious and prioritize road safety, especially during changing weather and traffic conditions. Concerns are growing among veterans and supporters regarding the management and direction of Canada's Afghan War Memorial Project. Critics argue that those who served and sacrificed have not been adequately represented in decision-making processes. The memorial was intended to honor Canadians involved in the Afghanistan mission, but disagreements over planning and consultation have created frustration. The issue has reignited conversations about remembrance, accountability, and respect for veterans. Passengers evacuated from a cruise ship linked to a hantavirus outbreak are facing uncertainty as health officials continue investigations and monitoring efforts. Authorities are providing medical guidance and support while determining the extent of exposure among travelers. Public health experts emphasize that the overall risk remains limited, but caution and monitoring remain important. The incident has drawn attention to disease management procedures aboard large passenger vessels. Authorities have released an operational update concerning activities in northern Saskatchewan, where teams continue responding to regional challenges and logistical demands. While details remain limited, officials say efforts are focused on maintaining safety, coordination, and essential services. Northern regions often face unique operational difficulties due to geography, weather, and infrastructure limitations. Updates are expected as operations progress and conditions evolve. British Columbia RCMP have cancelled an Amber Alert after 2 children reported missing were found safe. Authorities thank the public for assisting with the widespread alert and helping bring attention to the case. Amber Alerts are issued in urgent child abduction situations to quickly mobilize communities and law enforcement resources. Officials continue reviewing the circumstances surrounding the incident while emphasizing the importance of rapid public cooperation in such cases. Recent polling indicates that Mark Carney continues to maintain a political lead despite discussions surrounding potential leadership changes in the United States. Analysts suggest Canadian voters remain focused on domestic economic stability, trade policy, and leadership confidence. The poll highlights how international political developments can influence public perception while still leaving national priorities at the forefront. Political observers are closely watching whether these trends continue in future surveys. Ontario health officials have confirmed that a third resident has been placed in isolation due to possible hantavirus exposure connected to recent travel concerns. Medical teams are continuing contact tracing and monitoring procedures while emphasizing that the overall public health risk remains low. The situation has increased public awareness around rare infectious diseases and preventive health measures. Authorities continue advising residents to follow official guidance and remain informed through trusted sources. Recent federal polling data shows the Liberal Party maintaining a lead nationally, despite a gradual decline in Prime Minister Mark Carney's approval ratings. Analysts say economic concerns, policy debates, and political expectations may be contributing to the shift in public sentiment. While the party continues to perform strongly overall, observers note that leadership approval trends could influence future campaign strategies. Polling agencies are expected to continue monitoring voter attitudes closely in the months ahead.